Again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The man himself is trying to enter the hall, and we are going to start this program very shortly. As he is entering the hall, I ask you respectfully to just stand up and dance. Oh, yes. Thank you very much. You can take your seat respectfully.
Francis. Yes.
As we get it ready.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to take this time for welcome to this first great town hall we've organized on behalf of the Unifier campaign. When a privilege for now we can interact as Cameroonians and talk about things which are very important to me. My responsibility this night, it will be a short one, and I will do it quick because we want to make sure say we give a leader enough time and also not enough time for us to interact. And therefore, I get assignment for introduce to the MC, the person with the control for the program. This young man, now somebody they get a lot of energy in him, and they get passion for serve mankind. It is living big city where they say the city where they sleep. That New York. This man, now man way I say he get energy. It don't serve not only Clarion, but it don't serve this country. And he serve one of the places the way we all know say when you do it, you get a lot of honor. That is, it don't serve the US military. A man we don't put himself forward for we all. And we know how we respect them. You don't do the service, you don't accommodate. Can I help?
Sure.
Okay, now you get me? Yeah. Okay. You don't serve the accommodate, not do for them. He come back and enjoy the civilian life. And as a civilian, he continue for fight. He continue for fight for make sure say African immigrants where they come to America, especially in New York, they don't forget life okay for them. And a man way don't lead so many groups in New York City, and he lead them all in the interest of promoting Sierra Leonean them for unite them and for make sure say life will be all better. Right now, this man is the work at the mayor's office and is in charge of immigrant affairs in the New York City. He well educated, a landlord. He gets 2 masters. So the opportunity say a man will prepare himself not only for South America, but for South the world and inside find himself. So without wasting time and with all the respect, I want for me to grab as we welcome the MC for tonight, whether to any other person, but at Mr. Ahmed, the cargo of New York City. Comrade Unifier, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening.
Yes.
It's been a while since I've been. How can you understand that? Good evening. Good evening. This is better. Mr. DJ, you get me ready? Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, if we can't do it, we are all to not observe the national anthem ceremony. Can you see? Thank you, Mr. Once more, good evening and welcome. Before I say anything further, I ask Mr. Kamara for this leading from Muslim prayer and from Christian prayer. The pastor for leading from Christian prayer. Mr. Aziz Touré, we're going to read from Muslim prayer, and the pastor will read from Christian prayer. The new Christian prayer. Pastor?
At this point, I must now honor God, because whatever we do, God in control. The Lord will. Gracious eternal God, we gather here tonight for saying thank you for the privilege opportunity. We going for meet with the leader, when I the Unifier. Lord, not only right, but a privilege. People that do all grab this morning, some are no more. Some are in mortuary, some are in danger, some are in problems. But if we go carry out tonight, we have to say thank you. Into the hands we surrender this meeting, and thank you for the life of each and everyone who will come from far and near for camp for this meeting. We pray that you will be the chairperson and lead me through, and we surrender our leader so that we will talk to him for giving the mind and the heart for the way forward. This we ask in Jesus' name we pray.
Thank you, sir. That's great.
Good evening, everybody. Recites some classes of the Quran and Dua. Without able, you can do the same thing. If not, just say Amen. Okay? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم اجعلنا هذا القرآن حاسبا عليك وخاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله وتلك البشرى ورضوان الناس وعلم يتفكرون هو الله الذي لا اله الا هو خالق الغيب وشهادته الرحمن الرحيم ربنا ظلمنا انفسنا ولم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكن من الخاسرين اللهم ارزقنا نصر الدين وارزقنا نصر المسلمين سبحان ربك رب العزه عما يصفون والصلاه والسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله.
Thank you. Just quick. I know somebody can inside. They give everybody a card. That card they get couple topics there. We are like to question for the topics today. Then card then they come up and we will answer our question there as the question we come together. Just quick house rules. We are for now we get no kaya quick and komoya on time and now we will digest the time appropriately. Now we'll keep one good meeting tonight. And the bathroom there for the one who just come inside. Once you come outside, you make a left, the bathroom there. Ladies and gentlemen, the privilege for dinner this evening. First of all, let me say thank you so much, Dr. Konteh, for taking the time and to accept this moment for casting and talk to me. And I want to tell everybody, take your welcome, far and wide. Now, one great purpose there for tonight. We waste here. We don't edit beaucoup things from the country. We don't see beaucoup images and beaucoup pictures. They don't transmit beaucoup messages into we. Tonight, the opportunity we will not go miss and we will not miss now. For now, we face any concerns in to Dr. Konteh, we now want to be national leader, not only political leader for the APC. Now, a national leader in our country. For that day between tonight, now we use that opportunity for now we ask questions that we get, like we're going to answer we don't get a concern at the moment if we're going to answer it tonight. And then we will address it. We shall sit down here. One great thing both way. Sierra Leone not to red, not to green, not to any color. Now green, white, and blue, and I make the world sit down here tonight. That love in our Facebook all can. And like Dr. Konteh for that client is saying, you want to talk to we want you read the message where you get for we, when we say we can go to other people there. And so tell some of who can I today, we will convince you, yes, me, for what I get from Dr. Konteh, I get it for supporter. If you don't support Dr. Konteh, so you can convince you, the APC party and the party that we will lead you to victory. So if you sit down here, we're not going to do, I'm not going to take the time again because we want to spend so much time with the wait. I will introduce the chairman, we are the global chairman for the campaign of Dr. Konteh, Diaspora wide, with nobody know the again, we know Sabian. Ladies and gentlemen, you are going to join me. We're going to put our hands together as a call the campaign chairman, global chairman, Mr. Sheikha Clever. Tomorrow. I want to know that the way I know see when I know they pay attention. I see when I put my hands together, I know see when I clap. And they give me a waiver.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, all. Sierra Leone is for all of us. There is no green or red. There is no south, no east, no west, no north, but Sierra Leone. So we all think that way. And if we do, Sierra Leone will get a brighter future. Tonight, we don't waste time, so therefore, I want to give all the privilege to we own leader for talk to the winners of talk to her. Because this is the first time, we give the privilege for make officially Sierra Leoneans to make the country to the leader. Despite the number, but the message what we get from Clarion now important. Here we are, I believe we represent across United States and even beyond the message we'll get for Yeri from the leader this evening. Politics is reality. Politics is life. Imagine what in politics don't do. Now we all life. Today, imagine that. There are people who want to say, and they step aside. I don't want to be a politician. I don't want to mix up politics. I don't want to get close to politics. That is the greatest mistake we all they do. Because in the end, if we, mix politics, they mix you. No matter how you do. We are not going to feel the pinch of inflation as Sierra Leone today. Look at it. So we all, in some way, we are politicians. And I've been getting lots for say tonight But let me, at this time, recognize, remember the Unifier members, please stand up. All Unifier members, stand up. I recognize you guys, and I thank you very much for the work what we don't do over the years, because we believe for Unified Sierra Leone. That is why we are Unifier. Thank you. Please be seated. And if you believe that Sierra Leone is in crossroads, Sierra Leone need a united front, Sierra Leone need people want to unify, not to divide, then this is the team to join. I am not talking politics here. I have no reason to talk politics. I don't need that politics for too long. Very long. I don't see her from time of Sheikh Stevens. So now we current president. Thank God I still live and I get the energy for able to talk. Ladies and gentlemen, we need a united front. And for us, more than an APC, please get an open heart. The worst thing what we get for doing Sierra Leone, if we make a mistake when we get the wrong leader. Winning, to me, not on the issue. The issue is who that they lead the baton. That is the issue we want them as APCs. And for some of them, we want them as independents. When they look forward to somebody, when they talk about the issues. With APC at this time, need someone. What if they call him 2 a.m. in the morning? He's ready to get up from his bed. We need someone, if they call him 3 o'clock in the morning, he's ready for men to get up in bed. APC need somebody who will be able to go to the east, to the south, to the north, to the west, and bring people together. And that's why we leader stand alone. I will give me time, we go talk more. But I can tell you a little bit about we leader. We leader now a very young man. Not take me word for that. When I go see him this no he stand up. He's tall, and guys, he's handsome too. Oh. And a man won't take no for an answer. If you say tomorrow, he will say today. He know they lead from behind. He they lead from the front. And that is what Sierra Leone need. A young man, what he married, he bought 2 women. Just recently, he lost one. Painfully. And that is how me convinced that this young man is a leader. Because with all the pain, what he gets, he able to stand up. And some of me and one person will actually not be able to hold up. I collapse. Now, in say, this is the work of God. And that's exactly what we need in Sierra Leone. Somebody with faith. And this young man has it. Education. From Sierra Leone it go all the educational institutions will we all they think of. It go, stop there. It go to Ghana, it go learn more. It not stop there. It go back, it go to Germany, it go learn it get a doctorate degree. Well, set that aside, because most of the time we feel to say education is the honor of the day. No. It's your leadership and experience. And that's where this young man really are honored to high esteem. Because he don't serve in the private sector, he don't serve in the public sector. So a man like that, Sierra Leone need. Sierra Leone need. But let me talk about one of the positions where you don't serve on. Oh, very important. All the positions that we don't serve. Chief of Staff. Chief of Staff. When a person serves as Chief of Staff, he is then prepared to be a president. No question about that. Because not only the country, it's not about the ministers. They are calling them chief minister. No, then they miss the point. The chief of staff, the entire country, they're under you, now you the control. So you are the president because now you're going to report to the president. And this young man, but all the one they want to team up today for the flag bearer and APC, now the only person who will stand tall to say he does serve as chief of staff successfully. And that's what I do, ladies and gentlemen, because I need the time for her. Please help me. And let me welcome the next president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Dr. Richard Konteh.
Thank you very much. Good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I want to start by thanking the chairman, Sheikh Clever, for where he presented me to UNA. And I want to thank God for the opportunity where he gave me for day night today for talk to Sierra Leoneans, for talk to the brothers and sisters about issues we get to do with the country and issues we get to do with waiting the future forward for we all. I want to thank the organizers, members of the Unifier team, Philadelphia, and I see people there from Reading, I see people there from New York, I see some people that come even from Canada with all day night today, and people from other parts of the United States, they're all day night today, but then we can talk to each other. I see Alfred from Virginia, I see William from Delaware. I understand say some people like Elizabeth come from New Jersey. I see the brother Pierre Yanda. I'm glad for seeing all here today, and I believe that today we'll get an opportunity for interact. We all don't get to our cards, we all don't get in our questions, we all don't get issues we want to seek clarification on. Today at the time for me we get the opportunity for interact. And this program will carry on live, will stream on live. So we are also talking to people outside this room. We're not only talking to people in this room, but people outside this room, people all over the world, so that they get to understand what are the real issues at stake for we as Sierra Leoneans. So I hope we all will take full advantage of this. From that, we ask the pertinent questions which will benefit the rest of we as Sierra Leoneans. Sierra Leone, they go through a very difficult moment. Before Akanaya, I listened to Emerson, the latest release. He said, all man vex. And people are not vexed because they want for vex. They're vexed because things are not working. And he said, waiting was like that. After 5 years of doing nothing, somebody asked for more time. For do what? That is where we have found ourselves as a Sierra Leone, as a country. But waiting critical at this moment are the way forward. And waiting we can here today that for me, we present to UNA an alternative to waiting that happen now. Each of UNA will receive a brochure. And in that brochure, we outline with 5 key priority areas. Waiting missing that the one issue, when a cross-cutting issue, we get to do with the economy and private sector development. It's a cross-cutting issue. So we will add that there. But then after you don't address the cross-cutting issues, there are 5 key issues where we, as a campaign, believe in. And I want to just go through that briefly for the benefits. We believe, say, as a country, we don't need to dwell on the problems. We need to focus on solutions. And one of the key things we need to do urgently about fix the economy. And I'm not talking repeatedly for say the private sector therefore be the engine for economic growth and prosperity in Sierra Leone. Part of the problem what we face now are where we over-rely on government for jobs, government for everything. It's not a work that way. No country develops when they rely exclusively on government. We get for ensure say the private sector come and work alongside government. When I was Minister of Trade, I ensure say we create the enabling environment for the private sector to prosper. And in the World Bank Doing Business Index, when they assess all the countries that they want in terms of ease of doing business, during the time as Minister of Trade, we succeed for making Sierra Leone the 6th most improved country for ease of doing business. And because we do that, we'll be able to attract investors into Sierra Leone. And I remember when we host the first ever International Investment Forum inside Freetown, we attract over 300 investors. They don't come because the country is unstable. They don't come because the environment hostile. They come because they see a government where they provide an environment for many. They will come, they make money, they pay their taxes, they go back to their countries, we separate our country, we get to Europe. And at that, we feel so we need for so that we reduce the dependence on government. And of course, we have to take certain measures for ensure, say, we need for know, for example, for say, the wage bill that Sierra Leone over these 4 years, they increased them from 160 billion per month to over 400 billion per month, when they don't do any significant corresponding increase in income. What do you expect to happen in such a system? They therefore rely on borrowing from the commercial banks, ways and means. And when that happens, what do you expect to happen? As if that's not bad enough, they're going to denominate the loan. And now, I read yesterday, was saying the loan now at 18,000 plus. With a chase 20,000. The price of fuel is spiral out of control. Not because the flat price they increase. So you don't get anything from the international market. Because the trends out there, things are going down. But between America, the price of fuel, they go down. But it's always they go up. So which means we get a local problem. And so if you look at the pricing formula of consumer products, you will see two key variables every day. One at the flat price of fuel in the international market. The other one at the exchange rate. We not even handle the exchange rate as Sierra Leone because the economy is challenged. And that day, one of the things that we did for fix. So if you see, after we don't do that to the private sector, we don't decide as a campaign team for say we prioritize tourism in Sierra Leone. We don't find out say this one virgin area untapped. We get huge potential in that sector for when utilize that. So we therefore build the appropriate infrastructure for ensure say we make tourism a very serious revenue earner for Sierra Leone. Many countries around the world, even with neighbors, they rely largely on tourism for everything that they do. We know it would derive much of tourism, we will get everything more than those countries. We need to do that. The next thing we're going to do about infrastructure, manufacturing, industrialization, and value addition. We don't find out, say, part of the problem is that we export everything raw. We export minerals the raw, we export agricultural produce the raw, when they add any value. And so, if you have to strengthen your economy, you have to strengthen the value of the local currency, it largely contingent upon how you're able to also export and attract foreign exchange. If you not export anything, you're on your own. And if you export, you got to export something where you don't add value to so that you get more from it. When we cut the diamonds, when we polish them, when we add value to the iron ore and bauxite, and begin get beyond what they already make inside Sierra Leone, where they import. When they turn around, the devil products and the gas that we get their one. If we cocoa and coffee, and all the other products, we will add value to them. Inside Sierra Leone, will go a long way. We not for the import everything, simple thing, even to pick with the importer from Sierra Leone. But we plan them together, where they produce to pick. What's the difficulty with that? So we therefore invest a lot in manufacturing, in industrialization, and in value addition. And we will focus that mainly in the area of agriculture and in the area of mining. We will also address what we call essential social services, education, health, water, electricity. These things are basic. In our country, they are given. In Sierra Leone, they are not given. Before I come in here, I've been discussed with one person here about education and waiting need for the done in that sector. And I tell the person, say, first of all, I don't believe in free quality education as defined by the current government. Because there is no quality education there. You will say you remove fees, but then you add increase other charges, people at the end of pay far in excess of what they paid before. But what's even worse now that you allow access, you allow more people to come into the schools, then you don't build the infrastructure to support that. So what you do with get overcrowded classrooms. And for make matters worse, when people decide for politicized education, understand that now when they take public exams, they say all man pass. So if education or if examination is meant for able to distinguish between the good and the bad students, then waiting to happen where all man pass. Now they call the flood the university. So now, not about getting degrees under the mango tree again, where dominion, but it's about getting people into the universities, and when the people make them up intellectually, then they go for resort to other places for them to get a degree. So we see a continuous drop in quality of education. So we are going to ensure that we improve on the infrastructure by building more classrooms and fitting them with the necessary equipment and resources they need. We will refine the curriculum for making it relevant to the needs. We will talk, for example, we get the mining sector. Because surprise when I for no say, if you want a serious industrial welder, when I Sierra Leonean, you know it. So if you want to get serious, that you want to do tank for store petroleum, you therefore go bring welder from abroad. The mining companies only do training. For them they get a good welder, they go for big extractions. Why can't we build this institution, our polytechnics, but be able to train people for get those skills for feed the industry? So we get for make sure say we train people in fields we get a ready market. So we'll train you in the area of oil and gas, there's a ready market for you in the oil and gas industry. When we train you in mining and related fields, you get a ready market in the sector. When I was Minister of Trade, I put in place the local content law. Basically, we are saying we therefore ensure say Sierra Leoneans can benefit from the resources that we don't endow with. So if that therefore happens, we are saying when you recruit investors, say 20% of all senior level positions have to be Sierra Leoneans. But if the capacity does not exist, in the law we say therefore put in place a program for building that capacity. But then we therefore ensure say that actually happens, so that over a period, that capacity is built, so that Sierra Leoneans will eventually take over these institutions and run them. It happens in other countries where the foreigner not ahead any big organization. It has to be somebody from that country. We'll get there, but we therefore start first by forcing them to build our capacity, because it will be literally beneficial, because it's cheaper for them for employing Sierra Leonean with no need for the sale of R&R every 3 to 6 months, when you didn't country where you pay aware. And you will get very good reason for left America, for go Sierra Leone, for work in country and get more. So we will make sure that we build a relevant curriculum with the structures. We will make sure say we start initially, we will get them through the, how do you call it, the corporate social responsibility, let them give resources for them to send of the best brains out for country, but then we'll come back at the country and help for trade people locally, then it will be cheaper for them to do it locally, and then we ensure so we build that structure. We will work on the curriculum therefore in that regard. We will ensure that the teachers are well paid, well remunerated. We see a situation where teachers can resort to all types of things just for earning a living. Even lecturers, because the conditions of service are very, very poor. And in a situation where the loan is depreciated, and this is a problem. Today, I read one document, one tweet, where one MP in England said, they said if somebody did receive 5 million, basically 2 years ago, or less than 2 years ago, that 5 million has been $500. Today, that same 5 million is about half of 500, it's about $270, And with the rate at which things they go, by the time we get to 2023, that same 5 million will be maybe only $200. So how can somebody survive on that? A bag of rice, when we did the handover in 2018, was 180,000. Now a bag of rice is close to 600,000, depending on where you're buying it. So this is the situation, and so we are going to make sure that we fix it, and we fix the pictures so we can relevant, and we will make sure say the help their needs are met. I cannot appreciate why for every complicated illness, even simple ones, not even very complicated, you don't send us to go Ghana, don't send and go India. But then, interestingly, when the wife is sick, they send and go Ghana for operation. Guess what? A Sierra Leonean, young Sierra Leonean, never perform the operation like Ghana. Why that will happen? Why not provide those same facilities in Sierra Leone so that young Sierra Leonean can stay in Sierra Leone and perform the operation in Sierra Leone? That is what we are going to do with the health system. Water and electricity now a basic necessity where we get information say people don't sweat or get access to that. It has to happen. We would ensure that we build the infrastructure. We seaport alone, we get the third largest natural harbor in the world. If we develop, we port into a transshipment port, for example, it's easier for people from Mali, where landlocked, let them ship through Sierra Leone, Freetown, who is the second key, that for them import through Guinea. And through transshipment, we will get huge benefits. Now, because government, we dey think about that under the APC, and then we try to fix the Makeni, Kabakwe, Madina, Ularo. Because when you use that route, it's very short to go to Mali. We are going to do that. We are going to expand our ports, facilities. We are going to complete that road. We are going to ensure that we call it a shipment port. We will ensure that we build infrastructure for that. With the airport, that will be modernized. And we will build another airport on the mainland. Because we believe, say, we get for Baker a bit easier for somebody for travel. Not to all my life for Shidon for 30 minutes. But they don't mind for drive for 1 hour. So we will work on that, and we will also, in the process, allow Sierra Leone for break. We will go for set up special economic zones for ensure, say, when we set up these zones, it is in those special economic zones that the industrialization, the manufacturing, the value addition will mostly take place. But at the same time, we will ensure, say, local indigenous businesses are also helped. And that's why we're going to expand access to power across the country, so that wherever you find yourself, in your small-scale business you are doing, if you sell fish or fish, you are able to get your eyes for keep your fish and you know rotting. If they sell other items where they easily perish, if they're left like that, we will make sure say we fix them. We get for fix we roads. We roads are dead trap. But we will start with the capital city and the major trunk roads. We get for make sure say within the first 5 years, anybody will get in car, left the car where car will be from Virginia, if we're able to drive out inside Freetown. Not to all man forget Jeep. You don't need to forget Jeep. When we get a car, and we get to make sure say we fix the roads with some flyovers and plan Freetown properly so that we look upon the area view of Freetown. So anybody can they will say a capital city will meet the standards rules in other country. We don't say we are in the world of information and technology. And we therefore bring the country up to speed with that. Right now, we're not doing it. They are very hard. We still rely on paper to do everything. And that's a part of the reason why corruption is flourished. So we therefore ensure say we do that. Lastly, we therefore make sure say we can feed ourselves. If we're not able to feed ourselves as a country, that's trouble. And we cannot continue like this. So we therefore put in place measures we can ensure say we feed ourselves. But it will also include a deliberate program for helping for diversifying the food basket and reduce the over dependence upon rest plazas. And I think say me like this addictive. I will get for change. Me, I don't need to go to the rest plazas. But as fine as that is, we don't make sure we produce enough. But then we will also make it such that somebody will get Gary. When we eat Gary and sleep and I feel good, say don't eat food. Some of them when eat fufu, they say, hey, I say, I can eat too. I can feel no eat. That mentality needs to change. We will therefore ensure to build the economy. We will address issues of human rights. We are aware of what they happen now without delving into it. But we therefore put in place systems and structures we will ensure that will happen again. We therefore ensure we build a strong, resilient judiciary with the required independence where they will to exercise their duties. We therefore address the issue of the disunity and the division where this country faces. That is why we are calling ourselves Unifiers. We believe, say, in Sierra Leone, we all are one. And it takes all of us working together as one for building a better Sierra Leone. So we are saying nobody be disenfranchised by virtue of a tribe, a region, a religion, or a political association. We are saying that every Sierra Leonean will be given an equal and unfettered opportunity for actualizing their potentials. But only when we get to Sierra Leone, we say we all feel safe with a part of the governance architecture, where we all feel safe, we get equal rights. Then we will succeed. Now, as APCs, we are at a point where we have to take a decision on who that amongst the current contenders will be the best person for who for we against the neighborhood. This is not about quote unquote sorry heart. Hey, but sorry for her now. Let me don't need it now. Sorry heart. You know the bond will begin. That's sorry heart the people they suffer. You see, I can give you a simple example. Real Madrid, the last Champions League final. The captain Nauda, Marcelo, the captain. When they go to the Champions League final, when Marcelo is scrapped, he play? He don't play. Even though the captain, they say, men go one to bench. But after the game over, when Real Madrid they win, would I go haste the cup? Now Marcelo, not so. When they come with the gold medal, they don't just give one they will play. They give the gold medal to everybody inside the team. Let us therefore form a formidable team. That we all will become winners. And we all will carry the gold medal. And when that happens, we all will work together for building together. Thank you very much.
Oh, what's the way you saw? What's the way you saw? So, DJ, we are giving 1 minute a day. Dr. Konteh, thank you very much. Would you have the way we will clap, sir? So, maybe the silly. Now we'll give this man for them doing all the things they are doing. Not now, but another clap for them. That was the new sales. All the way. And this is what you can do. Because of time, anybody who don't write a question, we probably not going to answer all the questions again because of time. But so one great question where Dr. Konteh will answer, he will able to go encouraged by you questions. And some of who they are, where so if we get enough time after the question in the session, we will give the mic to people that for me to ask. So say what I'm seeing in my mind, we're not able to put any paper. We don't agree. We don't agree. Me. Thank you very much. If I reach that point there, the very first thing, I don't know if you read what Dr. Konteh said. But me, I want to ask him back the very first question. If you see by the paper there, When I saw something right here, I say the Unifier. The Unifier. Why Dr. Konteh in campaign, they call her Unifier? And who said you won't come out? Before I even go inside with a question, then, and the first thing I want to do, when Mr. Say want to know why the Unifier? No?
Yeah, thank you very much, Ahmed. When I'm in the close, this talk, I talk about how Sierra Leone got become divided. I talk about how Sierra Leone get in a situation now wherein if you not belong to a particular grouping, sometimes it will be difficult for you to survive. It don't become such that people are afraid, even for staying inside the country. Let's don't run away. The country is divided, the country is united. Even within the APC party, there's division. We get different factions. And people then more linked or attached to the various factions than to the green, white, and blue. We in the Unifier believe, say, Unifier, Unifier, we in the Unifier believe, say, we all now one, regardless of the tribe, regardless of the region, regardless of the religion, regardless of the political persuasion. And we believe, say, if Sierra Leone gets to go forward, we get to make that every Sierra Leonean feel himself a part of the governance architecture of Sierra Leone. Every Sierra Leone gets an equal and unfettered opportunity to actualize their own potentials. That is why we make a key stone of the campaign, the need for unify everybody inside Sierra Leone. And that is what we will say. We will make sure, say, even after we come into governance, we will continue for launch this crusade. We will send an only branch to everybody, nobody need for run away. There will be no vendetta. Everybody will stay at Sierra Leone and make their own contribution to Sierra Leone, because Sierra Leone needs everybody. That is not to suggest that the excesses, some of the excesses will be addressed appropriately. They will be addressed. But generally, we will ensure that every Sierra Leonean feel free to come back together and work as one for a better Sierra Leone. That is why we are the unifiers. That is why we get as the pillars of the campaign.
Thank you, sir. It's an idea. Why they call this the Unifier? I get a question now will come up from Yaya Kalon, and now from PA. He say, tribalism currently is the biggest issue in Sierra Leone. What would you do to bring us all together inside the Unifier?
I think I don't answer this question in the previous one.
Yes.
We don't allow tribe for the tribe we again. Nobody not responsible for the tribe we belong to. Nobody not be choose which tribe you get to belong to. Even being a Sierra Leone, not by choice. That they God put me. So once we don't find ourselves, whose side we did, then we pick the best we can do, and then we open the arms to everybody, then we feel as one. My friend Yaya Kalon, for the information, we're not in the same political cast. But I'm a friend, because I see in him value and potential as Yaya Kalon, Sierra Leone. When I see Yaya Kalon, I don't see SLPP, I don't see NGC, I don't see APC. I see Yaya Kalon, the Sierra Leone, and at that we in the university. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. One of the biggest way Mr. Said Konteh concerned is the law and order in the country. And say how you go prioritize, say law and order be maintained and we go to Sierra Leone to become president.
One thing where you need to know that Sierra Leone gets some of the best laws anywhere in the world. The problem when we get is law enforcement. The problem we get is law enforcement. And the problems with law enforcement start with the whole issue about the judiciary and the Sierra Leone police. I've been doing a video recently which I sent out a message to the security forces, for the Sierra Leone police. I say, the Sierra Leone police will be a force for good. I say, the average policeman will be the person where the Sierra Leonean will feel free for run to when he feels, say, a life threatened, when he feels, say, something is at risk. He will feel free for run to the policeman. Then it will not be somebody where you run away from when you see him. So, law enforcement, law and order, therefore, a lot to do with the policeman, the security forces. However, waiting at the admire in the developed world, or in some countries at the independence of the judiciary. Waiting we don't succeed for doing as Sierra Leone and for politicize the judiciary. To the point that the judiciary is no longer the place beside somebody they confidently go and say they will get appropriate redress. They say justice delayed is justice denied. We see how they drag so many cases and deny people justice. That is not right. So when me become president in June next year, I will ensure the independence of the judiciary. We will sanitize the judiciary and give them the independence when they need to operate. And when somebody where they give the responsibility for adjudicate on matters, they decide for use other interests, and he or she is caught, the law will take a course. And we will make sure we set examples. And when we set very good examples, others will see reason why they do the right thing. But we therefore ensure say we usually capacitate them, we give them what they need for function, but we also allow them with independence when they need to operate. And we therefore ensure that there will be no more orders from above. And it will start with me as president. People are very moving. They don't say, even simple thing for go university, for go college. If you can't to me for help you, leave it or leave it. If you don't have any qualification, just to go sit back. And not they say because the vice chancellor of the party is the part of the party, I will call. I don't know. If you come to me for a job, if you don't qualify, I'm not going to recommend you. Even if you are the closest relative. That is where it starts. That is where law and orders are. That's where discipline starts. That is where integrity starts. And I believe that therefore work on for a short say to be the better citizen. Thank you.
Thank you, Lord. That answer when you give, I think you don't stretch out for answer Mr. Abraham Corey question when say what you go do. So what you go do for raise the level of confidence by exams where you become president. I think you just don't touch on that way say the person not qualify, you know, will get what he asked for earlier. It's low by distance.
No. Stop. Yes, you go beyond that. You know, we get the West African Exams Council. We are responsible for conduct all public exams as well. This body is supposed to be independent. What happened 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, that they bring politics into the institution. They say the head now APC, so they pull up. They go bring foreigner for can't head the institution. Now they will pass out by head. When they get paper tomorrow, today this net, all the questions that they out to them to give them. But then you go to the top all back at the questions. When they see people there, they say, will they make them in a pass this exam so that we will vote for this party? They go, is this the scenario we want? We get for ensure that. So we get for ensure saying why we enhance the integrity and independence of WAEC as an institution. We did for administer public and other international exams. So that they get back their credibility. So that when you get you ask, you don't tell you at the O level. When you get you O level, probably don't expect that you don't get O level. When people don't get A level, you don't tell them, hey, you really don't say this person at A level you get. But now you see person, they say you get degree. If you open what they have for talk, you bullet them. That's the other thing. So, and that starts from the way in which they conduct exams and they evaluate people. So we get for take concrete steps to make sure we ensure the standards are maintained and we ensure we really get quality. Because that Sierra Leone will get back in past glory. Sierra Leone used to be the Athens of West Africa. So that's when they go study abroad, they always excel because of the process where they go to scrutinize them and train them. We for try for regain that glory. Make it not be say now, as you show you paper, they say, that's Sierra Leone. They check our stuff. First they don't check. But now the complaint is not so plenty that when you put this paper down from Sierra Leone, you don't get trouble. Before that, go home and not get the guinea. You know, when you put passport, you don't get trouble. Go to the side, you put ID card, you better not be passport. When you put passport, you don't get trouble. So let's see, I think people are not talking to that level today. Then the paper they become credible again. So that everybody, anywhere, will be able for folks to say, I get a paper, we come from Sierra Leone. And then they get a lot to do with the examination bodies and how credible they are. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Doc. Mr. Mohammed Ajit Kamara. And question about the first question will come out from New York, though. But Mr. Majid say, what's now you plan, Doc, for cut down on corruption to the lowest level so that we could promote foreign investments, free marketing, and ensure growth in the country?
Thank you very much. You see, corruption is one of the difficult things that affect we say we will not get proper institutions and structures. When I do my doctoral research, I've been right on community development in Sierra Leone. And I began to analyze waiting at the core problem where they impede development in Sierra Leone. Now I say, now poor coordination. Now the professor say, no, not to him. Now corruption. That's a no, sir. I said, now poor coordination. And we felt, say the day when they defend, I almost failed. Because the professor not will agree with me. But tell and say, corruption will flourish inside institutions and structures and processes not there. I say corruption is a symptom of a failed process. And so, to your question about what we will do about corruption, one, we will build the institutions, processes, and the structures for ensuring we don't create a fertile ground for corruption to flourish. After that, we will ensure the institutions will pay for ensure say people the way they find guilty or way involved in corrupt practice, then hold them accountable. We will strengthen those institutions and give them the independence for their work. But when see and see they happen like that, it is like we they give too many powers to these institutions, and in the process, yes, they do things we know they help. And they abuse their powers. So we got to ensure say we also get checks and balances. But one thing we I can assure everybody is that the best way for fight corruption is to make you, when a desire for fight corruption, make you start by example. If you cannot give what you don't have, if you say self-corrupt, how can you fight corruption? So we will make sure say we start by example, starting with the members of the administration. And we will make sure say there'll be, I don't want you to work with no secret house because they don't use that. But we will make sure say anybody will find call people, they will face the full force of the law without fear of failure. And we will make sure say everybody be clear about what needs to be done, and also be clear about what will be the penalty if you fail to do the right thing. And if you are involved in corruption, you will face the full force of the law. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Ali Kago, in a certain message, he said the APC need to be unified ever more than before. He said, and the problems that we get at Sierra Leone are so beaucoup, and they appear to be difficult for handle at a very first attempt. He said, what's the strategy we you get so that you can able to bring everybody together and it will lead to a successful transformation of Sierra Leone?
I don't always talk say before lead by example. It is not about coming here and saying I will do this. If you look at the life trajectory, I've always been there to bring people together. When I've been there in civil society, I help to establish the network of collaborative peace building in Sierra Leone. Go bring together civil society groups from all over the country to work on peace. Today, that we call One Sierra Leone. When I've been the first founder and chairman of that body, we also, in the mining sector, local mining sector, as civil society groups, we formed the National Advocacy Coalition on Extractives. Again, we bring together different groups where they work on mining issues. Today, that body, again, I've been the first chairman of that body. Today, one of the leading bodies where they work on mining issues. On election issues in Sierra Leone, we formed in 2001, we formed the violence-free campaign. Me, that be the spokesperson. When I was in Sierra Leone, that time, 2001, when I was seen on radio and television where they talk about the need for them to take violence out of politics. And the work of that coalition, it go a long way for help and ensure for the first time in the political history of Sierra Leone, we get a violence-free elections in 2002. And head of question to this day. And that body day will be formed 90-day metamorphose to the National Elections Watch. When I go at the level of ECOWAS, we also formed the West African Civil Society Forum, where I serve as the first General Secretary, making me the head of civil society in the whole of West Africa. It's about bringing people together. It's about Pan-Africanism, because we acknowledge the fact that we can never be leading others. So even when I decide to enter into politics this year, the first thing I do is to bring together the colleagues them where we aspire, because I believe, say, when we be served, we not be serving ourselves, because we all come from different places, and so we be the first to serve, and that they not help we at all, and that coming together and lead to the establishment of the Big Six for the area about. With the key aspirants, they come together. Later on, we expanded into the Big Six Plus for accommodate others will not be there inside. And the day we are left later, we will attend a meeting again, we will bring together all political aspirants. I mean, the only aspirant when they go all over the country, when they get camp, strictly speaking. Because when I go to Bo, for example, I meet with the some 23 campers of Mane camp and the people there. I meet with Samurai people there. And I meet with Kefala Mara people there. I interact with everybody. And I respect everybody in opinion. And I don't build bridges because I believe, say, when I become flag bearer, I get to forgive everybody. And I say that that's the we need to forgive everybody together because now only a united APC that will be guaranteed victory so that we will remove the good friend from power. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. On that very note, to say touch soul, bringing everybody together. Question come from Michelle George. Is it Michelle? Michelle, yeah. Michelle George. He said, what's not the pathway of APC to resolving the current leadership when it feels the current chairman really work with everybody for let APC move forward? So what's not the pathway?
As a unifier, I don't believe in pointing fingers. Because anytime when you point one finger per person, you can say at least 3 of your 4 fingers, they point back directly towards you. So I don't believe in pointing fingers. But one thing we know is that we get a serious problem inside the 21-man committee as currently constituted. They all get problems. We don't meet with them separately, we meet with them collectively multiple times. And the conclusion is that they get serious ego issues. We try for them to understand how we did work. When we did the Total Committee, we prepare for the constitution the adoption. That is still when we get issues though. We get issues. But some of us be able to step up and everybody go to the convention, hearing where the PPS chairman simply out. But on the role where me and Kemot say play for ensure say the committee do a work. People that become into the committee ready to fight. If you be there the first day of the meeting, hey, people are ready for bed. Nice, yeah, that's it. We might have come into this committee under different nomenclatures. But please know that we are all APC. And so therefore, let us put APC first and let's work together for a successful APC. The next meeting, they're not going to get that we can for carpet. The next one I will feel and we continue with the work. We see the machinations, but we focus on the bigger picture. Or not allowed to be distracted. And that is what I believe we need now in the APC. And that is the type of leadership we need. Regrettably, we're not happening, but we are making some progress. Now we don't get the rules published. They will come into effect very soon. Now we don't get the process for get the membership cards sorted out, and we don't also get the process for get the TIEMC established. We believe so once that happens, very soon we'll get the dates for we go on level elections. We will delay small, but since we never did the campaign for we every day, not because of the problem, but waiting important that we get a leader we understand about elections or lead me to the next election. We need a leader who gets a message. In other elections, APC they go into this election with one message, don't go aside or why. That's not the message. We in the entire team have a message of unity. And that message resonates with everybody. And we're also clear about the priorities and what we need to do to make a difference to all Sierra Leoneans. we could deliberately ensure that we launch a crusade for change in lives of every Sierra Leone, impact every Sierra Leone, so that we all see the value in good governance. And that we believe so to do as a university.
Thank you very much, Doc. As we speak, when I thank you for it going on, really, not you and not you, Doc. We come on. Tonight, one thing we will lost 2018, most of we are in, because when all man team up, where one person become the flag bearer, everybody come on. That's what we are in. Some of you be needed. APC lost. At this point, when they come back to elections, so we are always team up. We see that the plan where one person become the flag bearer, APC looks at the bigger picture of winning, then we all win together.
Me, Dr. Richard Konteh, are they on record for saying if after a free, fair, transparent, and credible process, the delegates at the NDC elect somebody other than Richard Konteh as the flag bearer, me, Richard Konteh, will be the first person we will grab and congratulate that person there and throw the weight and that of the entire Unifier team for support. And I will also expect, so when I get for him, amen, they come to the all will also follow suit and support him. That is why I'm not a wait till that same day reach, and they already start to build bridges. I don't talk about the big six. I talk about the big 6+. These are all steps in that direction. I don't tell them how they relate with even the Samura camp, the Samsumana camp, the Kefala camp, all the others. And when they go around the country, regardless of who got the stronghold, I don't speak against anybody. I address issues. I don't address personality. And I always open the line of communication and dialogue so that when I win, and I will win, I will not rest on my own believing that because I'm not a flag bearer, they should come to me. So I will go to them. Because it's painful when we lost. Make no mistake, it's painful. Because it's an expensive exercise. The person don't spend the money, don't spend the time, don't spend the human capital, it's an exercise, we lost, it's painful. That person needs to be consoled. That person needs to be reassured. That is what they failed to do in 2017. And that is why people are bitter to this day. Me don't learn lessons from that. And I will ensure that it will not happen. And within the meeting, we've got to reach the conclusion that whoever will get up, the others will support them. And in the meeting, the day where I left Salon the 19th, where we hold, all the others, big 6+, the others only except one person, we also agree saying anyone per week we get, we all will support them. That is the first step. But saying it is not doing it. Whoever win, this is going to be me. I'm going to be magnanimous and reach out to the others for them and key effect to the commitment for what we do for the Sierra Leone.
Thank you, Doc. Listen, we always sit on here, we all work very hard. And to tell you the truth, now we feel the economy of Sierra Leone, always also. But too many times, when it comes to representation, they want money, but they don't want representation. Now they will stop so today. Dr. Konteh, this is a question from Ahmed Kago from New York. How you will ensure, say, not only say, we're not going to just give money as Sierra Leone for help, but at the same time, we say we'll be represented as Sierra Leone. We compete with in other countries. Guineans then, Gambians, then they vote right inside America. How you could ensure say, all of which has from Ghana, Sierra Leone, who said will exercise we own civic duties in a yard as citizens of that country.
I don't say the real issue, not talk about. The real issue is the issue. The second issue about the voting. I know this because me, we represent President Kuroma and Ohio. We said we get the Diaspora Summit. Yes. And I think that issue will be very important. And I would also say that me, we represent the party, that the workshop where the EU organized, where we discuss the way forward in terms of the steps that we need to be taken for repeal that obnoxious clause where not allow for to sit for the members of parliament or president or whatever. And the presentation we I make on that of the APC, we position that we will allow to sit for parliamentary. We will allow to sit for parliamentary. But on condition that you will get to see, we won't go as alone and go contest. You could be resident in Sierra Leone 2 years before the election. You don't just grab last minute and go. And we don't shorten the time also where possible for resign from the job. Maybe for expediency, we may revisit the 2 years by the time where we will come to the process of that. But when they say resident for 2 years, it not mean say you get for most very and let move for 2 years. But we get for deliberately ensure, say, the possible for really, not for just go there for go fair job, you for demonstrate, say you get an interest in staying and working in Sierra Leone. And therefore you get for good. If the people always just alone, then they require them for left the jobs before now, 1 year before. If you have to contest for MP, they will resign 1 year before. Why you? When they out, September will resign to job at America 1 year before. For who contest. That will allow a level playing field. So yes, Richard Konteh, the administration, will push for a repeal of that provision and to push forward for that public member bill with amendments to make it go through for allowed to sit, but only for parliamentary. We don't want to allow that day for presidency because we don't want to allow somebody to get 2 nationalities for being the president. We get issue.
Thank you, sir. At least we don't hear and we have hope. We are praising this time around, it will happen by God in power. This, Mr. Masako said, mass registration will happen. Are we assured that APC members they get enough time for register? Because we know in the last they give extension, but this time the extension may 2 days. So would that be enough time for giving opportunity for them who are not registered and register?
I want to start was to say registration is, strictly speaking, not a partisan issue. The problem over the salon is that we will not make registration a partisan issue, APC against SLPP. It should not be seen as such. Registration for elections is a civic responsibility with every Sierra Leonean for availing himself. And so therefore, me just to say, so now district, I don't know whether an APC or SLPP. But there's no guarantee. But now we assume, say anybody that is at the southeast, the SLPP. Anybody that is at the northwest, the APC. But me, I use it too. But that said, it is true also that first-time voters, especially, they get huge challenges, especially in the Western area. And it's true that they don't get sufficient time for make them all register. It's true that we for desire a longer period to make them register. Then I come back and talk I forget for answer the second part of the question. When are you talking about the vote? I just focus on the PC. The aspect about voting is tricky. You know, let me start first. Let's do this incrementally. Let's have a credible civic register. When we get a credible civic register, from the register, we will know exactly how many Sierra Leoneans are in the US. And when we know how many are in the US, and the parties, they also get a credible register of their members. Then we will begin get to the stage for saying, let people then begin register outside. It's not to that. If they say let them vote outside, you will be shocked when the number of votes when they come up from the diaspora will exceed the number of votes when they inside Sierra Leone. So let's not be sentimental about some of these issues. I am a realist. I'm not an idealist. I'm not a talk for please the crowd. But say we will allow that for votes tomorrow. The chaos. Whoever is controlling the embassy, I only get the votes. And it's very tricky. So we have to tread cautiously on that. I talk about, so if you want to fight corruption, forget the systems, the processes, and the structures in place. So let's have the NCR reporting civic register credible in place. Then we know now roughly in America we have 10,000 Sierra Leoneans. So we cannot therefore expect 20,000 votes for come from America. But right now, what we don't know, how many Saloma did they have? They only say register and ask, you don't believe. All kinds of names they will come out. They will even call foreign return on account for praying for me. Just when they get the numbers. So that at the end of the day, all of them will also, if they don't vote, they will vote for them. Because the documents and everything will be controlled by whichever government is in power. One population thing, when we put in place a system, that system will function regardless of which political party is in power. Because we try to put in place systems we will stand the test of time. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. As we recognize, we are still in the way. So because the people ready for talk to me as long as we secure our patience. But let me just take a moment. Say, to South Sudan, so wallahi, we are all Sierra Leoneans. Despite which political party we all belong. And when Dr. talk now, it's not something that will look at my mind. The hunger within us alone, in our Southern life. In our Eastern region, the disease, healthcare, problems, poverty, there's no boundary. So as we sit down here, we are all Sierra Leoneans, and that one that I bind with first. So don't they talk for tell me the problems within our salon and how he, when he becomes the president of Sierra Leone, how he will handle them. Not for APC benefits, but for the benefits of Sierra Leone. So you want to well come now with duty, because then see how they go viral. They will see one problem, they will ask you tomorrow, what do you think? Now a moment down there, for now we'll tell this story as it is. Do you? Everybody where they are, one recognize we are all people know say, nobody know they are one important person company. We are all VIPs. If you see all man left in 10 for Kanaya, to go and visit and concern you get the boss again. So while talking at the podium, look at it. As long as you know it, I'm not going to eat it. What is it? If the plan is in anybody will get any question, let me open the mic when it comes to you. Thank you. What's your name? Mr. Yaya Kalon, you get question for you. There you go.
I'm a PA of the SLPP.
Wonderful.
Well, not really a question per se, because I don't already ask the question.
Yes.
So, I know they are by accident. Before go to the camp, I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, my friend, now the father figure. But I go free time, they go to your house, you invite me, and we eat there. We get a very good relationship. I asked about tribalism. You know, politics by right is supposed to bring me together. But we don't allow politics, you know, they divide me, which is really sad. Like, we sadly born, or growing up, we not be noticing that tribe himself. We get all kinds of tribe at last. So now, this politics is so toxic in the way when God became died, people that come on at me, who said people come on at me, they will cry about you. That's how you know how, that's where the name come up from, that Unifier. I see me big brother, we want that big brother. They support that man, but you know, in this Sabia, they're going to your house. I see videos. People come on and put your district, Kenema district, they will cry about you. Because they know that man. They know how it did. So I just say the reason more I come here and not just kind of by accident. Me and dog, we get a personal relationship. We will talk. You know, it's just that I just come on salon with a young man there. You know, but it was really a sad situation. But everybody, you know, the last time in the test.
It could work for me when I become national politics.
Yes, we get a very good relationship. So now these are the tell people that you know, salon politics, you know, enough for be us versus them. Enough for be so. You know, or Musa you come on. We want to see ABC win seat now put you on the street. We want to see SMP win seats now from Kolili, Cambia. That's how in America here we see it happen. Democrat they win Republican a stronghold. Democrat they win Democrat a stronghold. What's the big deal? So now politics don't come by as you say your last name. They don't live in you. Who's how you promote? As you say now I comment enough for so. This is not a very big problem when we go through. There are some people you can be surprised. They don't even come by APC function or SLP function. They are APC. They say I don't go by SLP function. We have SLP, they say look by APC function. Why? There has never been any APC function at Philadelphia. We are not saying. Yeah. Are they on record? So because I have friends all over. Little, you know, plenty. So that was the question we asked as far as tribalism is concerned. Like you answer perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doc. There's an anonymous member of the crowd. He said, what you don't were able to do for control the high rate of inflation with the mother will answer.
Thank you very much. He says, what did they cause inflation? Now, where you get your money, you know, back and up. And when that, to make me able to stabilize with you, we get for ensure say we get and track. And what did they get and track? Now the reserves, now the exports we get. We get the problem as I'm aware we really export nothing. We just the import. And so we spend more than what we generate. That's part of the problem. I think I've been told that earlier on, but say we go take steps for add value for begin manufacture, also begin export. We get for export, but not only exporting about repatriating, but get for export and just to repatriate. When I was Minister of Trade, for example, I take to Parliament the cabinet paper where for say anytime, because we get people there where they export fish, they export other things, but all the time they export, you know they ever see that they pay back the money. So we say anytime that we export, if you want another export license, you got to provide proof for say you repatriate the money and all the currency into Sierra Leone. So we got to do that for ensure say we get back the 2. We got to ensure say when we get even these companies, these investors, most of them, when they want for do any procurement, they don't originate the procurement locally. And so the 2 billion, 3 billion they talk about the investment is not a pass-through economy. The money they can't do the workers alone. When they want to buy anything, they take from another, they spend a day. Under the administration, we will ensure say, if you are a miner going to inside Sierra Leone, you want to buy matokade for car inside Sierra Leone, the payment for that matokade, you make the payment from a local bank in Sierra Leone. Which means you for bring the dollar and force into Sierra Leone. And then from Sierra Leone now, you use the Leone for order. The bank will change for you and transfer the dollar for you. So in that way, we will strengthen with local currency. We will also try for inflation is simply about price increases. And what they lead to price increases that help inflation. In government, we often make the mistake in believing that when you increase taxes, you increase revenue to government. May not believe in that. Rather, we believe so. When you increase taxes, you make the businessman the see reason why you don't prepare. And so you end up with empower the tax collector. So what we could do, we go revisit the whole tax regime for ensure say we lower the taxes slightly, but then we broaden the tax base for able to bring people from the informal sector into the formal sector. And when we do, we will also revisit the issue about the port and all the multiple charges. I mean, let's take the airport for example. Now the most expensive airport in the world. The most expensive airport in the world. Now, as if you're not bad enough. Now, any time when you pass Nanuge, you will pay $25. This is security tax. What are they securing? If when you return back $25, what for? Daylight robbery. Inside the one airport, you pay one person for the concrete, you pay one person for cliffs, you pay one person for loading and the plane. Airport authority to collect, supervision authority to collect. We are going to rationalize all of those contracts within the first 6 months of my presidency. That is the last work where at the paper, when they take me out of government. I will now bring together supervision authority, airport authority, NRA, Ministry of Finance, but then we begin to see how we will rationalize this. Because for me, it was unacceptable for Sierra Leone having the most expensive airport anywhere in Africa. They're unacceptable. So we need to rationalize them, and so that if now one company and one company can perform all the tasks anyway, so that we don't go overload the cost. Because when you pay one cent, that's it. You don't go for the one ticket, you pay security costs, you pay Westminster, you pay this father bill money $50, you pay this father one cent. How long can we do that? Because all of those costs are transferred to the consumer. All the ticket prices are so high as a result of that. And when you increase multiple charges at the port, will you pay for this, pay for this, pay for this, pay for this? When they add them on, they transfer to the consumer. First of all, this so-called GST. I was Minister of Finance when we launched GST. I mean, actually launched as Minister of Finance. I was acting Minister of Finance. So I believe in GST. But GST was meant to be an end-use tax, and you pay it only once. You pay it at the point where you go buy for the user. We've been there against the idea of paying GST at the port. Now, what will happen is that when this man imports Matoka for cancer, as an example, he will pay GST at the port, 15%. He takes the Matoka, he counter and shop. He add the cost of the GST, he add a profit. So the Matoka will cost $50, $50,000. They add GST inside, 15% of the Matoka add a day. Then he add the profit, the Matoka will be $60,000. Then when Clarion shop, when one seller, he sell at $6,000 plus 15%. So instead of 15%, the GST will become 30%. So instead of I before pay 57,500 for the Matoka, or 60,000, at the end of the pay $70,000 for the same Matoka. Where the businessman they import goods for cancer, he pay GST in port 15%. He can't in shop, they charge about 15%. When he sell the goods to a retailer, when the retailer gets bigger shop, he charge another 15%. They don't go from 15 to 45%. These are the reasons why the prices become prohibitive. So when I become president, we'll make sure that we realize all of these things and ensure that if you are paying GST, you pay it only once and you pay it at the point of end use.
Thank you very much, Doc. Now we don't see the pain where we always suffer. I think we have two more questions because the front desk don't send a message to me. We'll take two more questions. 30 seconds each. Maybe a question, so Doc will answer.
Paramount Chief.
Hi, Bill. I got a question. I don't say we will fight everybody sensitive towards tribalism. And I don't see for the past 40 years, as a member of the minority tribe and of the tribe, we don't get representative. Now, impact our government. When you look at Chiefdom, we look at Chiefdom presently, the whole entire Sierra Leone, I think we only get one person in parliament. I think as a black man, from make we take part of society, we get from CC, we receive the same treatment that we give other people. If you can be president, how you will fight tribalism? The minority tribe go be represented both in the government and in the parliament. Two, as he said, me people, well, Sierra Leoneans, especially those that come out, they depend on agriculture. And most recently, I see there is a fight between the Fulani and the local people there when they therefore kill one local man. If you be a president, how you will address the issue of agriculture when with people there and they believe in it? Thank you.
Before you answer the question, let the next person ask when he answer one thing, because that will be the last. Thank you, woman. Please, we need a woman. This one. We need a woman. Yeah, woman before you. He opened that. There you go.
Okay, maybe the two words.
Yeah, the question I asked since my fireman and try to fire everybody, within the role that the government for the woman. Secondly, in terms of the business, some of them relate to the business. If you become a president, how are you able to reduce the freight? Somebody imports some people to the fees is so high, so I don't know how you handle that. The people, the consumers, the people get a profit from the when they buy the services.
Ready for two more, sir?
Now, the white salon presently, people left government job and go private job. Plenty left government job. God can make you president. Even maintain government job.
The question I want to ask, what is the plan for the youth that we have in this area? Because we come on now, we go, we see how we perish. All my doctor, we can understand. You let you go for what you do yourself, pass your heart strongly. So you not come to know what you do yourself. You will pity for people who will do it. So what you can plan for the youth? And we always say we get more youths and salary fast more people. I think say for empower the youth, then we can do it now, regardless of the education, because we don't church family. One topic where we stand for make them one trade. Not everybody will do it. What's in their box Clarion is all things that we go school, then you go get living. Young man, they don't go to university, young lady, they don't come out. They don't even get jobs. The US is also in a trade in our land where I'm going to go to college at that time. But that trade they can go abroad and then they can survive. So I really believe in that for land trade and so to make an impact. We talk about welders and everything else, and I understand. You go places like Guinea where I don't really go for some time. Everybody, regardless of the education, whether you go to school or not, you see the young Guinean woman in Canada, they not speak English, but like they are bringing and other things that they do, they will be emotions. What makes their day and be sustainable? What you will do for help the youth person?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't see, I guess, this question. So quickly, Sheka. For me, it is not about block or tribe. It's about allowing every Sierra Leonean to get an equal and unfettered opportunity for actualizing potential. I believe so when we do that, then every tribe will be represented in governance. And I believe, say, among the locals, we get people there with competent, meanwhile, we will deliver, and they will have an opportunity. The skilled pattern of governance really allow for the get here happen. And even within the APC party, I don't already tell the leadership of the government, of the party, for saying, when I become president, I will ask from each district, let the party pick 4 people, 2 men, 2 women, where they will nominate from the district for serve in the government as directly appointed people by government. That is not to say that others will not have jobs. Others will have jobs based on merit. And when they offer these jobs, they ensure say they don't look at your surname before they give you a job, but it will be based on merit. And anybody will merit a job, they forget that. The other thing about the problem with the fullers and the locals, it's unfortunate, it's not supposed to happen, but one thing we get for Lukwe for address this issue about their county, now for move on to ranching. If we not go into ranching and try to build the infrastructure around that, these problems will not end as long as the pressure on the land will continue. Because people, the numbers they increase, population they increase, and so therefore there's additional pressure on the land. And so the farmland, they shrink and shrink and shrink. So if we not get people to begin, go into ranching and invest, I know it's very expensive, but that's the only way forward. So whatever government needs to do in that direction, we will to support those people. I just want to talk earlier on, Mrs. Kamara, say, I will ask the party for about 4 people from each district, which means automatically women will have a say in the government. You know, I did make a commitment, and I'm on record, I say that when I become president next year, for all appointments by the president, me, Richard Konteh, will ensure say between 30 and 40% of all appointments by the president will be women. But I will also say I'm not going to do that because of affirmative action. Affirmative action means that the woman that you put at this now forbidden. No. It get for me by merit. And I do it because I believe say we get women way competent and we get the capacity for deliver. We demand them, we don't try from 61 to now. Wait a minute. Let's give women another opportunity. You know, we talked earlier on about the costs at the airport. I've been talking again about the cost at the port. All of that lead to the high freight costs. But beyond that, you know, up to today, they categorize Sierra Leone as unsafe. And so there is a special insurance where they levy on all goods where they import into Sierra Leone. It increases the trade cost. And by extension, it will also increase the cost for the consumer because any cost where you get it transfer to the consumer. So we therefore make sure say we revisit all of those issues and try to rebrand the country that will remove all of those extra privileges and ensure say we reduce these costs for people there. You know, Fred, you talk about people leaving government and private sector, and that's a part. I want a situation wherein the private sector becomes the largest employer, not government. Any country where all the federal for work for government, people know how to work for private sector, better than they. And part of the reason why even when we change government, we get all of this tension, and because all men are government employer. I want a situation where the private sector becomes the largest employer. When I was Minister of State, I started it. I brought together the Sierra Leone, Bank of Sierra Leone, Ministry of Finance, NRA, into a Ministry of Trade, into a consortium, where we begin monitor the employment statistics. Of course, the first challenge we get at the half of our is when you go ARG, the data when I get the different within the NRA, within the NAS, you never be so. That is why the talk say issue of the national civic register is very important and the issue for making computerized the systems is something very important. So the data in all the stuff will be the same. And when we get that, we also now look for a quick person to grow the book, make them make money, they expand, make them be the largest employer and pay good salaries. When they pay them, we government now will collect tax. What happened now is that the government is the largest employer. The wage bill it become too high, and all of that puts undue pressure on the budget, and then it goes for the government. We therefore reduce that. When the private sector employ, then we go take tax from the private sector and use that money for finance, infrastructure, and development. And lastly, the plan for the youth. I'll talk about private sector becoming the engine for our economic and prosperity, for the private sector to flourish, where they make money and they create jobs. And I also talk about training, giving our youths the type of training we go fit for the market we available. Not what I do. But lastly, working on their mindset to make them also see value in working and not value in just waiting. You know? And me believe say the youths should not accept to be called leaders of tomorrow. Because tomorrow will never come. The youths should see themselves as leaders of today, and we therefore create that space for them to use them actualize their full potentials. Now that's Miss Anko as the Unifier. Thank you very much. On this note, I want to close with an appeal to all of Nigeria Sierra Leoneans. I want to invite you now to make una join Unifier team. I want to invite you now to make una become part of this campaign. So together, we can build that critical mass we will be able to bring about the work inside the Western Sierra Leone. Together, we can make it. Together, we can build the Western Sierra Leone. Thank you very much.
Thank you for a job well done. Thank you. Thank you for spending time with us. Do you have a quick dog say? For anybody who wants to follow dog, there is a website, which are Konteh.com and the Unifier.com. And also, if you want to go on Facebook, which are Konteh 2023 on Facebook. You go on Twitter and Instagram at Unifier. Go back and follow her. Every Saturday, listen to the radio program. What's that, the radio program? Unifier Radio. Every Saturday. What time? The time different. But for we here, 3 o'clock. For Sierra Leone, plus 4 hours. Just listen number because questions that they come, they carry the council, where they answer every Saturday. We are gonna follow Doc, and like he said, they invite you now for them to join. 5 o'clock US time. 5 o'clock US time. Salon about 4 hours. If I reach this point, I will call Madam Maimuna to Konteh or can give you a vote of thanks. From me, New York, bye-bye. Yes, I'm supposed to New York tomorrow. So I said, and the government program back for their council to the New York people there. So, join the code in Nunaya, with a live streamer, and we're going to watch back to the album. Anybody who get questions, who will not ask, I'm going to give you. For that question, they're going to get for form the decision making of Dr. Konteh because he get for advice there. Yeah? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abedikabu. And first of all, I'll take this opportunity for, I wonder we all tonight for 1 minute silence for Dr. Richard Konteh and Wilson Saluti. They just passed away on July 13th. May his soul continue to rest in perfect peace. I'll take this opportunity. I'll tell God thank you first for making it possible for not be able to hear today. So I can listen to Dr. Richard Konteh, the Unifier, one of the APC aspirant, flag bearer aspirants, and also presidential aspirant for 2023. I want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you. If I say they call me, it's my I don't want to miss anybody because you are all very important. When I surely say Dr. Richard Konteh is important, when I left on a busy schedule, I can listen to her and how we all will join together for making Mama Salon a better place. On behalf of the chairman, who is Mr. Shekhar Kamara, and beyond wonderful, dynamic leader, the young man, I say thank you. Handsome man. I say thank you, and thank you. We look forward for more opportunities like this. We don't say the next time when Dr. Richard Konteh will come America, by then he will be pronounced the flag of the APC USA, and I know say we all will join hands. As Dr. Richard Konteh mentioned, the campaign, Philadelphia here at the headquarters of the fire campaign. Anybody will feel convinced tonight, you don't hear it from Dr. Richard Konteh, you don't ask you questions and you feel convinced. No waiting at the back. Can't join, now we all jump inside our boats. Now make Salon a better place for we all. You can either reach out to the sexy winner, Mr. Little Toure. I believe say in phone number, not tell me. I for another day off here 215-909-1450. Then the Unifier number set the winner 267-787-5579. Or you can also contact me 302-897-0106. Yeah. When I love spread the news, Salon now we all young. Not one person gets out. As soon as you no more, we slogan is say the Unifier. We're all one. And we all now one. And no matter if you bad of course so many things. So I thank you now. Let God take we all safe back to different destinations then. And as Mr. Ahmedin said, tomorrow we are following in New York. You are more than welcome to join the campaign. Thank you and God bless.